Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final cut. Seems like something constantly keeps stopping me from finishing this video, so this is it. Bugs, distractions, whatever. This is it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to House Guys. I'm your host, Norgoz. We have a limited collaboration. I use the term limited loosely here. A collaboration between Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and War of the Visions. There's a lot of news to go over here in this release. We're getting a lot of new stuff. We're getting 2 new units, not 1. We're not just getting Rain. We're getting a global exclusive. I'll tell you who that is in just a moment here, guys. But, of course, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and come back for more if you like the way that we deliver War of the Visions content. And if you're feeling really froggy, go down there next to the subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. That way you're going to get notifications whenever we put out and produce new content and publish it for everybody to see. We appreciate it very much. Let's move right along here. Before we get too much into the collaboration, I want to first let you guys know there is a limited UR guaranteed summon. It is a 4 UR guaranteed 10 summon that's coming up, and it's tomorrow on Monday, 6/29. If you are somebody who are interested in this, and I believe this is going to be paid, they don't specify, but currently the UR guaranteed summons are specifically for paid 2000 Visuor, and so I know that that's for some people that's like it's a good amount of money. For anybody, it's a good amount of money. It's about the price of a full about the cost of a full price video game right now. So it's a lot. However, compared to what they've been doing before, this is, I think, is going to be a pretty good value. 4 UR guaranteed 10 summon. That's pretty hot. So I am about halfway there in terms of the paid Visuor, and I've just been kind of hanging on to it to see if something big like this comes up. So I will probably just find a way to push myself the rest of the way over that and pick it up, even if it happens to be paid. But like I said, they don't specify one way or the other. There is the link here where it links you to the official YouTube video. You can do that from inside of your game if you want to watch along with me, or if you want to click from there. I'll also have it in the description. If I forget to post it, I apologize, but I'll have it somewhere. Let's get back into the video. This is where all the news is going to be in this official video, but so that you don't have to sit through all the details, most of it is going to be FFBE. I'm going to try and condense it as best as I can. So we are going to get both Rain and Freyvia. That's right. We're getting Rain and Freyvia. Rain is going to be the first magic damage dealing and magic defensive tank. He's going to be the first in the magic tank meta. Agrius is going to add in later on to be a pretty good magic tank, as well as Warrior of Light can kind of fill both roles, but I think he's a little more better. He's a little better with physical tanking, but we'll get to that in just a moment. I want to tell you this before we go too far into this. These are standard units. I know it says a limited collaboration. On the JP side, we had Rain as a standard unit, and I expect that Freyvia is going to be the same, although Freyvia is a global exclusive unit. So we're going to take a look here at what they're doing here. Their limit burst. It does look very pretty. It does look very nice. They are fully voiced. And I think that they had the original voice actor from, or not the. I think they didn't do voices in FFBE. Forgive me. All over the place today. Like I said, I am sleep deprived, and I'm just trying to get this information out to you guys. So we've got this coming out on Wednesday. I'm really excited about this. So we got the magic tank. Let's get straight into that. The tower's coming as well. I didn't say that earlier. The tower is coming as well. So this is Justin. He's the community manager. It's going to distract you or me, so I'm going to hide him, and I'm going to talk. We have Knight of Grensheld as Rain's main job. That's just his tank / magic damage dealing job. You can sub Red Mage. Is probably going to be the better bet for you because you have extra magic damage dealing abilities like Fire, Firaga, and all that good stuff, or whatever it have. Or I think it's at least Fire, or if not Firaga. You've got sub job of Knight, which is going to be physical based, which this is not a physical based unit. He is magic damage based. It is fire and fire slashing for the majority of his attacks. However, they are based on his magic stat, and he's going to get the most magic from his Crimson Saber, which is going to give you a max level 170 of magic attack with the Crimson Saber. And the Crimson Saber is where, you ask, at the top of the tower. So if you get to the top of the tower, you get the Crimson Saber, you're going to get his best in slot weapon from now and in the future. Shining Nova is his LB. It lowers fire resistance for 3 turns and deals 2 hit damage, and then deals 2 hit damage. So I believe this actually happens first. So you're going to get that damage bonus on the LB as well, based on the magic stat. Again, You're going to have Soul Prominence, deals 3-hit damage medium to the target based on caster's magic stack. Astral Guard. These are just the 3 major abilities. I'm not going to go through his whole kit right now. Astral Guard increases his own chance of being targeted and bestows a barrier on self that reduces magic damage for 3 turns. Now, the reason this is really good is because it's not like Taunting Spell or Taunting Blade. Those you have to have a target for. Those you have to have a target for to raise your hate. This is a self buff. You don't need to target anybody. You just pop the self buff and you automatically have your hate raised. That is a fantastic ability. A Warrior of Light has something comparable to that that increases both defense and spirit for 3 turns. It can actually stack that as well up to 3 times, and it does increase the hate of the target. So he has sort of an equivalent, and he also gets one of his sub jobs does get resist magic as a buff, so he can kind of do a little bit of magic tanking if you really needed him to in the clutch, but he's not going to be nearly as effective probably as Rain is in terms of the magic meta. Agrius is also going to be pretty good against magic tanking, and then you've also got some others that come along the way, but primarily Rain is going to be your magic tank. That's what he's going to be there for. If you get his Crimson Saber, he's going to be able to deal some solid damage. Not top tier, but he's going to be able to deal solid damage. That's going to be able to help you chip away at bosses and those big mobs that have those big HP pools. So whether or not you should pull on him, I think it's going to be more of a matter of preference, because Warrior of Light is a true limited unit, from what I understand. Brain, however, look at the brain on Brad. Brain here doesn't actually have a limit, although it's a limited collaboration. Rain is not limited, and I would believe that based on that, I have the same expectation that Freyvia is also not going to be limited, although she is a global. If I understood them correctly, she is a global exclusive. So we've got Spellblade, Green Mage, White Mage. So she's going to be able to sub White Mage to give you a little bit of support. With Spellblade, she's going to be dealing primarily ice magic and ice slashing magic-based damage. All pretty much magic-based damage. Now, if you'd never played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, there were several versions of Rain in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And not everybody took to all of them. But Freyvia she has, I think, 2 versions in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and when she first got released, for the longest time, she was the damage-dealing chainer. She was it. She's a huge fan favorite, so it's no surprise to me that she's coming to be added to the fray. She's definitely going to be a good unit in some ways, in terms of, like, there's a ton of ice units now and in the future. There's Agrius, there's Laswell, there's Gilgamesh, there's Mediana, there's Victoria, there's others along as well that I haven't mentioned, and she's going to be able to chain with all of them because, 1, she's ice element, and 2, all of those units, I think, except for Mediana, are slashing chain units. Victoria, I know, is a piercing unit. However, she has sub job of soldier, so she can slashing ice chain as well. So all of those units, minus Mediana, can set this ice slashing, can go into that meta, if you will. It's not as per se a meta, but I mean, can kind of fill that niche, kind of fill that role. She has an element burst of Ice Prison, deals damage to targets in AoE, and lowers own AP consumption for 3 turns. So her LB is going to be a good ranged attack, about the same range as like a Taunting Spell, Taunting Blade kind of deal. Going to deal really good damage, and it might help you be able to cast 1 or 2 more spells due to the lower AP consumption. So we'll see how that turns out, because, like I said, we're not going to have really much of a background on her at all. Because she's here and globally exclusively. Deals ice damage large to targets within range with her Blizzaga Blade, and bestows Wind Eater. So she's going to be really good if you can get up close, like against a Yurma. This is going to be something that might be really good in potentially in PvP for that reason. However, because it's somewhat niche, somewhat specific, you might be better off with like a Mediana or even like a Victoria who can jump from afar, although there is casting time along with that. You can lower that substantially, however. So it just depends on what you guys are going to be preferring. Whether or not she's going to be a top damage dealer, I don't know that she's going to be. However, I think that she's definitely got potential, and I'm not going to rule her out. We'll see in the coming month or two where people place her once they get to play around with it a little bit. But I'm not gonna count her out. I think that she's gonna be pretty good in terms of I think she's gonna deal solid damage, and I believe that because she's got white mage sub job, she's gonna be good with filling a support role. She may be good at filling a support role as well, because with green mage she's gonna also be able to do some good debuffs. So what else are we getting? We are getting the tower. The tower is coming. That's the Porcelain Tower. And once you're rate 10 or higher and you've cleared part of the story, you'll be able to enter this tower. And they list it as grueling quests. And it's basically everything that you've played up until this point that's brutal, like the Iron Giant or the Chocolate Flan brutal quest. It's going to be somewhat on that level of difficulty. And at the very top of it, you're going to be able to get the Crimson Saber. Like I said, this is the Rain's. This is the Rain's go-to item. And in JP, it was pretty much. It seems like the majority of players said if you don't get the Crimson Saber, he's kind of a pass. He's not as interesting. He's not as strong because you get 170 magic damage on this greatsword, and other than that, you're not going to get anywhere near that much. I can't think of a weapon that has magic on it that's a greatsword that even goes anywhere near 100. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but I don't think I am. So we do get the free 10 shot, like I said, but the director has asked us, what do we want for free for this collaboration event? XVS is getting a 5,000 lapis, which is the equivalent of, I think basically 11 summon. And then you've got over here, they want to know what do we want. The majority of people in the comments stated that they want a free 10 shot once a day for 10 days, kind of like we did with the, I think it was the Final Fantasy Tactics event. We got that. And then I think that's reasonable. I think with any major Final Fantasy collaboration, I think maybe that should be a normal thing. I don't know. What do you guys think about in the comments? Is that too generous? Is it not generous enough? I think it's nice that they've been giving us almost every update. We've been getting at least one free 10 shot, which is nice. But as much as we need to invest Vision Ore into resources, materials for leveling characters up, I think that it's reasonable to kind of expect a little bit give here and there. Although they've been giving us some Vision Ore, we're also kind of expected to like just burn through it trying to level up our units. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you want a limited unit and you're saving for limited units and you want Warrior of Light and you really like Warrior of Light, he's right around the corner. So it may be in your best interest to continue to save for him, because maybe you'll pull Rain or Freyvia at that time. So those are some things to keep in mind when it comes to this summon. The tower itself is going to be, let me go back to this slide here. As you can see, now the units are going to be able to, from what I understand, what happened in the JP version is the tower and or the deep dungeon also, as basically as you go through the tower, you're going to keep your HP, your TP, your AP as you move along, and there's going to be regular intervals here where you can get fully healed up. It is going to be in your best interest to have multiple units of the same type for different levels that are available to you, because as you can see here, this one, which is 18, they're all level 80 fire units. There's some Lamias, there's some bombs, and then there's some various human types. So some of these floors are going to have all of one unit type. Like I think ice and light is one for. There's definitely an earth one. So wind unit's going to be good against earth. All that good stuff. Water for fire, and so on and so forth. I had a little bit of flashback to like the fifth element at the end of water for water, fire for fire, earth for earth, go. So that kind of stuff. So anyway, moving forward, that's kind of what's what with the tower in a bit of a nutshell. But yeah, the director asked us for feedback. So if you want to give feedback, let me know in the comments what you guys think is good for free stuff for this. Also, go over there, find my comment, and reply to my comment. If you don't find my icon's down here, so look for the icon. It's the part of the shield with the bear center head, which is over there at the end. It's zoomed in on the centerpiece. So, and I basically say, give us a 10 shot once a day for 10 days. But I said a nice bonus would have been one free UR unit or a free UR select ticket. So I believe I said this earlier before. You do get that 4 UR guaranteed 10 summon, but I think that's going to be a paid one. So if you don't want to do that, you want to do the free one, then this might not be for you. But it's if you're going to spend money on it, this might be a time to consider. So It's going to be up to you guys what you think is going to be best for your particular situation. I would never encourage anybody to do something that I am not already considering myself, and I would never encourage anybody to do anything that's going to like break the bank or anything of that nature. Everyone's in their own situation, so don't feel pressured just because I said it might be a good value. There's always good stuff coming out with this game now and in the future, so I don't think anyone should ever feel pressured to spend money on it, because they've literally been throwing all kinds of valuable stuff at us just for free or for working a little bit during the events. So if you like the way I deliver content, you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, come back and see us again. And if you're feeling froggy, hit that bell icon. You get notified of new videos when they first come out. That way you don't got to wait in the middle of the day and like come out, oh, I wonder if Norgoz got a new video out. Hey, let's go in. Oh, he got a new video. I didn't get notified. Hey, click the bell. Guys, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to support us further, we are live on Twitch Tuesday through Friday. Thank you guys for all the support we saw that way. And of course, we do have a Patreon page that was recently launched where you're going to be able to get more exclusive content now and in the future. Maybe you might be able to see a video early through Patreon in the future. So all things available, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending part of your time today, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.